Hi guys, I'm Phil Town from Rule 1 Investing. Today, I want to let you in on a little secret and talk about some of the things you won't find millionaires investing in. So learning from those who have already made a fortune is one of the best ways to hone your own investing skills. It certainly was the way I did it. And with that in mind, let's take a look at some of the investments that millionaires, by and large, avoid. Because truly wealthy people know that there are better ways to invest their money than some of these things we'll be talking about in this little video. Most of them masquerade as investments, but they end up costing you money in the long run, or they don't make a good enough return to be worth putting your money into. While it's true that a lot of millionaires do invest in bonds, they do so without the desire to truly add to their fortune. They're investing in bonds primarily to keep up with inflation. And by the way, if you're watching this and you've got enough money where you can put your money in 3% bonds and never have to worry about money, and your family never have to worry about money, then you probably don't need to be watching this video. So the truth is that millionaires who do that, they're not really interested in investing. They're not really interested in compounding money at a high rate of return over time. They're just interested in preserving their capital. We're not really going to talk about those guys. Many investors are attracted to bonds due to their, quote, low risk, which is absolutely right, assuming you want to just keep up with inflation at best. But barring the most extreme circumstances, they're right. You're not going to lose money when you invest in bonds, but you're not going to make money either. On the average, government bonds have an annual yield of about 3 to 5%. Now, unfortunately, 3% is about the inflation rate. So while this is more than you'd get out of a savings account, it's far less than the returns you'll be able to achieve by investing in the stock market. Far less. Next, let's talk about prepaid plans that allow you to pay for things such as tuition or funeral costs in advance. These could seem like kind of investments, but the reality is they don't really deliver anything in return. Investing in anything that ties your money up without earning you profits equates to a very significant missed opportunity, particularly if it's really a long-term investment. So rather than tying your money up in a prepaid plan, it's better to invest it and then later withdraw the money when you need it when the time comes. Now, the third thing that a lot of wealthy people do not invest in is gold. For some reason, I don't know what it is, people see gold and other precious metals as kind of a safeguard against economic downturns. I think this is due a little bit to the fact that gold tends to have an inverse relationship with the stock market. Means when the stock market goes down, then gold prices tend to go up. But with that said, gold prices don't typically go up enough to make gold an investment, even during periods of economic downturn. Likewise, physical gold isn't liquid enough for a safe investment. Investing in anything that you can't immediately turn into cash is a risk, particularly when things get tough. And for these reasons, you're not going to see many millionaires investing in gold. And I know I'm going to get a lot of blowback on that. You're going to hear more about that, but I'll give you one last word from Warren Buffett, and that is that if you took all the gold in the world, it would make a cube about the distance from home plate to second base. All the gold in the world. And all you could do is sit there and look at it. It doesn't earn anything. It's not an asset that produces cash flow. And most investments that are good ones produce cash flow. So next, throwing your money into trends. Now that's a really scary, fun thing. Every now and then, some new investing trend takes the market by storm. A good example right now is cryptocurrencies. I'm going to get blowback on this one too, I know. One thing that most of these trends have in common, though, including cryptocurrency, is they're fueled largely by a lot of hype. And the hype drives up the price of these so-called investments far higher than it should be, even if you could figure out what the price should be. Trends like cryptocurrency, they don't have an inherent value. They don't produce any cash flow. And their future performance is basically determined by people wanting to pay more. I don't know, the greater fool theory, right? You hope there's a greater fool to sell it to. So we've already seen cryptocurrency crash once from 20,000 down to 4,000, and it may very well drop much further in the future, going through multiple waves of volatility. Now, trends often don't live up to the hype, and they've been around for hundreds of years. Putting your money into trends isn't investing. It's not even saving. It's just gambling. And yes, I do have friends of mine who made a lot of money in cryptocurrencies and then lost it. Okay. Finally, you won't see people who are wealthy putting money into CDs or certificates of deposit. A lot like bonds, but worse, I think. CDs don't offer much in the way of return. CDs are even less profitable than bonds many of the time. The basic advantage is that CDs are shorter term with a little higher return. But frankly, the money that's invested in a CD, while it's safe from a loss, is also money that isn't growing at any significant rate. CDs aren't going to get you to a wealthy retirement any faster, and millionaires know that. If they're trying to build their wealth generationally, they're not going to put a lot of money in CDs. So if you want to be a millionaire in retirement, where should you put your money? Oh yeah. Well, the answer is pretty much obvious, right? I mean, everybody from Warren Buffett to the guys that are running the SEC are going to suggest that you put money in the stock market. Now, personally, I think that the best way to do it is to put money in individual companies in the stock market. Because unlike so-called investments that I've talked about, individual wonderful businesses offer you an amazing potential for high return, because these are companies which are producing internally a wonderful return on their assets. Annual returns of upward 15% are not out of the question at all, and many companies achieve that. And many people just like you watching this video do much better than this with the right education. So with individual companies, an investor has all the data they need to determine whether or not that company is wonderful, meaning whether it's a good investment if it's on sale. You just need to know where to look. So individual companies will always remain the #1 go-to investment for millionaires. In fact, more people have become millionaires by putting their money into a company than any other way. And if you'd like to follow in those footsteps, those who have had the most investing success, then investing in individual companies is the path to take. I love teaching people how to invest, so guess what? You're in the right place, you guys. So now I'd like to hear from you. What investments are you in that are causing you to lose money? Leave a comment below with your answer. I'll be sure to follow up with you and commiserate. So thanks for watching, and now go play. You guys, if you enjoyed this video and you feel it was valuable in teaching you more about things millionaires don't invest in, hit the like button and please share the video with your friends. And if you want more investing content, subscribe to my channel and don't forget to click the button on the screen. We got a free gift for you. And thanks again for watching.